So another shoot with the Blackmagic Cinema camera 2.5K using the Zhiyun Crane 2 gimbal. I know you guys love the Blackmagic Cinema camera. It's the only camera that gets any attention on this channel. You're not into the Ursa or the GH5S, which is fair enough. Just thought I'd share a few shots from a shoot I had recently using the Blackmagic Cinema camera, which is a heavy ass setup on the gimbal. As I discussed in a previous video, I only recently discovered that I could actually fit it on the Zhiyun Crane 2. So I used it for a recent project for a music video around the Barbican estate in central London. Most of these shots were taken with the Canon FD 17mm f4 converted to EF. The 17mm f4 is a bit slow. As soon as you lose any sort of light and you're in a darker sort of situation, then you're struggling a little bit. Particularly with the Blackmagic Cinema camera, you can only really go to ISO 800. So it was a little bit challenging. You had to embrace the shadows sometimes. One thing I really do like about using the 17mm is you can emulate Terrence Malick, who's a favourite director of mine, and he shoots everything super wide with Emmanuel Lubezki, Chivo, the cinematographer. Helps using the 17mm on the Zhiyun Crane, because even though I do have a follow focus system, I can't really connect it to the Blackmagic Cinema camera because of the way it sits, and it's super heavy anyway. So to use the 17mm just on infinity, you can mostly get everything in focus without having to mess with the lens while you're dollying in and out with the gimbal. Some of the darker shots where we've used a light from either side were made with a Zeiss Flektogon 35mm, which is f2.8 I think. That helped me out a little bit. I also used a 360-degree shutter to really just try and get as much light as I could, and I wanted to try and get some motion blur into some of the blurry light shots as well, so it kind of worked with the style of it. I think you can get away with the 360-degree shutter if there's not loads of motion and you're struggling for light. You can almost get an extra stop, which, trust me, you need it with the Blackmagic Cinema camera. These clips are all graded using the Dehancer film emulation plugin on DaVinci Resolve, which I've discussed in a previous video. There's a promo link in the description of this video to buy the film emulation plugin. I think it goes very nicely with the Blackmagic Cinema camera to try and create that kind of vibey film feel. I have actually just bought the DJI Ronin 1, which has come way down in cost. I'm going to do an episode about that soon, so I can use the Ursa Mini on the Ronin. Not that you guys will watch it, because you just don't care about anything except the Blackmagic Cinema camera, so maybe I'll just post Bmcc clips and that's it. But I hope you enjoyed those clips. I'll catch you in the next one.